I am so late. I am so late. I am so late. Okay, okay. Hey. Oh,
The
boy.
stream.
I feel so stressed right now. I slept through my alarm that was supposed to wake me from my panel. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hold on, let me... Why have they not announced any of the panels?
Soon shortly, anyway.
Okay, hold on, let me turn up Carl's volume, because holy cow, your mic.
Yeah, Carl likes to be quiet.
Yeah. Oh, there...
Carl!
What?
yeah, I can hear him better now. But
Hang on,
yeah.
let me get your mic.
But yeah, I was planning to do a... I was planning to do a panel on, like, timelines in roleplays.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's the thing, I used one of those digital app things, and it told me that, like, I was good for another hour. And then I realized far too late, no, I'm not good for another hour. Because, like, my panel's supposed to be over already.
When is your panel?
I marked it for... I think I marked it for one of the earlier times, because I was planning on staying up.
Well, someone hasn't updated the schedule yet. Cough, cough.
Yeah,
and I literally pinged it twice in backstage.
Yeah, oh. I can do my panel at a later time, or... Where do we do panels? No one's told me anything but besides just put my thing on schedule and they would talk to me, and no one's talked to me since. Like, do I just talk, or like, what's going on? Oh, by the way, James? I made a booth, and it's just a giant... It's just like a maze to get to the top. And by the way, there's just one spot in the booth that's just blank. Is that supposed to happen, or like...
Which booth?
I'm currently... Hold on, let me see what venue I'm currently in, but it's right... I think it's next to one of the information booths. I can see the behind the scenes thing from where I'm standing. Hold on. Yeah. Right here, it's blank. I've checked out the venues. This one is, like, literally always blank. I don't know why.
It used to. It's probably left empty intentionally.
Yeah. Well. But yeah, I was planning to do because I was going to talk about doing timelines with roleplays, like, not just story-wise, but because I believe in yeah. I was going to do the thing where you have to keep a timeline of, like, recordings, and sort of, like, set this sort of, like, timeline schedule of not just the story, but everything going on. Like, I think I had a PowerPoint made at one point, because you could have it where you put certain things. Like, for me, I put it where I'll have major story points, and then I'll have it where I have a separate thing where there's character plot points. Like, character A has certain arcs that's different from character B that may spread over time. Sort of like...
See what we've got coming up today on...
Yeah, it was supposed to happen today, but, yeah.
It should have been happening now.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused.
We've got time if you want to quickly run it.
I mean, yeah, sure, where do I do? What do I do? Yeah, where do I go? What do I do?
Give me a moment. If you head up to the community stage just underneath suggestions.
Alright, yeah, I'm into the community stage now. Oh, someone's dropping... Okay. Oh, hold on. View venue maps. Community stage. Yeah, I'm here at the community stage.
Yeah,
I...
and also if you want, and if you head up to the voice chat one as well.
Yeah.
Why have you just got moved to? Just got moved. Bear with.
I'll move up to that VC. Which VC do I move to? Or like... Okay, so I moved to community stage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least you tried your way up onto it.
Alright, I'm gonna head on up there.
Yep.
What? Yeah, here's when I joined, it marked me as odd. Okay, yeah. Alright, thank you.
There we go. And if you don't know if you're able to share your screen on here, if you need to have like a PowerPoint up.
No, that's good. I can do this. My PowerPoint corrupted, so that's why I was in a bit of panic earlier.
Yeah. So I had to quickly open this one because it wasn't scheduled in either.
Oh. Hold on, I think.
So that's why I've had to quickly put the title in.
Yeah, it's all good. This feels weird because, like, hold on, let me check real quick. Who did I talk to about this? I've talked to a lot of people over time. Hold on. Okay, I set this up back in September. Yeah, there is no slots at all left for today. Just, yeah. Well, yeah, I remember seeing several yesterday, because I checked it, just to make sure I had made sure to mark it, and there should have been several more, but, like, there's so many panels that are just not there that should be.
Quite a lot of them have cancelled due to issues with, I think yesterday.
Oh yeah, the AI thing?
Yeah. There was quite a few people quit.
Yeah, I can understand. It's just one of those things where I kind of didn't want to jump the bandwagon because I didn't know entirely what was going on. Like, I saw what was said about the AI, and it was like, I don't have all the information. Like, this one person's like, oh, we found out these guys are using AI to generate art. Okay, I understand that. That's bad. But, like, I didn't get the full side of the story. Like, what's going on, or whether or not they were telling the truth or not.
You got something that QAs didn't pick up on.
What?
When we was testing out the website.
Wait, what happened?
It was something that QAs didn't pick up on.
What do you mean didn't pick up on?
Like, the QAs didn't pick up on the fact that it was AI generated art.
Oh. Big oof.
I wish I could just move people into the community stage.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh well.
Never mind. Anyway, let's... I think they was trying to look at the schedule and it only saw one thing.
I mean, it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot more disorganized than last year.
It's because everything was arranged late.
Mm.
We only had a little amount of time to build the booths. So it was just a bit of a mess, to be fair.
Yeah, a lot of stuff broke. Should I say something in the stream chat or not?
Yeah, give me a second, let me...
Have you seen like the oh boy. Oh. Yeah, this is way out of order. Yeah, even the cube schedule book is out of order.
Mm.
Like, it's listing stuff that happened yesterday as for today.
Well, we didn't do the murder she wrote again yesterday.
Uh,
I'm hoping that pops up in the chat. Yes, it did. The cube, so that's just popped up in their chat as well.
nice. I mean, I'm willing to keep this going until someone else comes on the community stage, if that's alright. Like,
Yeah.
I got nothing to do today. It's a Sunday. Like, one of the things is that I personally learned is that timelines are sort of important. Especially when you're doing, like, recordings or roleplays. Because not is it that you doing the story arc and all that, making sure to keep a timeline of what's going on in not just story, but, like, character arc-wise. Because you don't want to say, oh, these two characters are getting married, and then just not and then just not and then just retcon it, because if you're going to retcon something that goes against the timeline, you could easily mark it as like, oh, so long as, like, if it's a filler episode, because I do believe filler episodes are a good thing, you just need to manage them well. But yeah, so filler episodes are really good. You can... So timelines are really important, because if you keep to the timeline between the beginning and end of the story, you're going to have major story arcs. Or major plot points. Like, you can list them down, it is a bullet point thing. All that. By the way, I am also building the thing. Oh. Yeah. Oh, hi! So, basically, keeping the timelines is super important, because not only is it good for your roleplay, but it's also good for your health. Like, story-wise, you have plot points. Let's say you have 3 plot points. A, B, and C. Now, you're going to have major arcs that go to each of them that connect them. Then you have the major arcs. These are like character arcs or like setting arcs. These setting arcs are things that like affect the story mode or the story. These are things that would, like, say if something Like, say if you're starting in a new place and you're slowly transitioning to a abandoned factory or making your place abandoned, you could slowly, over the period of time, change the setting to make it more dilapidated. Like, say, having it where maybe instead of, say, light gray, you use dark gray. You sort of like darken or dampen the color. Like, instead of using concrete, you use terracotta. And one of the things is that with character arcs, they also affect it. Like, say, if a character punches a hole in the wall, you could easily have it where either you leave the punch in the wall, or you can make it, or you could use, like, slabs and stairs to make it look like you're slowly repairing it. Instead of, like, just place it back. Another thing is, with keeping to the timeline, is not just story or roleplay. You also have recordings and editing. Now, say it takes you like a week to do recording, because everyone has different schedules, right? You might schedule it for 1 day a week recording, and that's good and all, but you shouldn't do it where it's like every week you do a recording, because I myself have seen it happen to me, and other content creators where just doing weekly recordings can tire you out. Bi-weekly doesn't feel like it's doing enough, right? Like, there's always the bi-weekly complaint that you're not pushing out content enough. Now, hear me out. You do the recording and the editing, like you do recording 1 week, editing next, but you do it on a series you don't start yet. You don't start posting till you have the series completed. Like, actual done recording and editing. Like, if you're doing a season 1 that's 10 episodes, you record it, and you slowly start posting it over a series of time before you start working on season 2. Like, while season 1 is airing, you're editing and starting to make season 2. This allows you to take plenty of time to not just build, create, and make sure you have all the stuff done. It's also how you can manage to keep yourself healthy and not just burn out. Since if you're just doing it constantly, it'll burn you out really easily. I've seen multiple content creators I've been friends with burn out extremely easily, like a week to record, a week to edit, and a week to, well, it should be like 2 weeks. Because between the recording and editing, if you want anything like, say, if you want to have it like, oh, your characters go to a movie theater, but you don't have a movie theater yet, then you have your builders work on the movie theater during the 2-week period. Since it'll give them plenty of time to decorate and build. Not just that, but you could also have your builders working on stuff in the background, even if you don't need them. Like, say you're recording and you don't need them yet, you could have them start working on scenes or like sets for episode 2, or not episode 2, like for future episodes. Like, say you need a volcano for something in season 2, you could have them off building that in the distance, or you could have them building something for a next episode, next season, any of that sort of stuff. Just give them plenty of time to work. And it's legit important to people's health, including your own, to make sure to not only manage the timeline of the story, but your own timeline. Since, yeah, getting daily posts out do make you really good. But here's the thing. Quality over quantity. People would rather wait weeks, if not months, to be able to get a great quality content video than to just not get really good quality. Like, posting every day, but posting really bad content. Like say you had it where you had to mess up and you couldn't keep track of the story. Well, the thing is that with that, you're lowering your quality content. Like, say you're contradicting yourself, you're making plot holes, you're not giving builders enough time to get stuff done and built, you're not giving your actors enough time or process to either get ready to improv, get in character, or read the script. Since some people I know will only post the script the day of, and you have every right to. Because I've seen people literally sneak into other recorders' VCs just to steal their like episode ideas. Like, I know one content creator who trusted a builder and didn't have their thing on lock for the script, and literally saw the next day the dude had literally took the mod pack, somehow found a similar looking map, and created a literal duplicate of her series. Because he had access to her current and previous scripts. But all he did was change small details. So she had to verify a new vetting process. So yeah, timelines are important because you gotta make sure the people you are hiring or having help in your build team, your recording team, your body acting team, and your script team are not people who are going to betray you. Like, say if they have say you put them through a trial process where if they don't show up for an amount of time, you just don't bring them back. Like, you just kick them from the server. Or you keep an eye on their social medias to make sure that they don't, betray you by copying your content. Because it always sucks when you think you trust someone, and then it turns out that they not only copy your content, but they might even use your map, or like, say you're having a build done, and they wind up not just copying your content, but actually using the map you had your builders build to quite literally make a duplicate. Now that would suck. Well, what you do is you use the timeline. I always say 2 weeks, like a week of editing, a week of recording, and between the 2 weeks you do scripting and you do vetting of the body actors. Building for builders gives them plenty of time since they might have a busy schedule, especially since you might not be able to keep them around. Since people have busy lives, it's always a good idea to have 2 weeks between recordings, since otherwise you could easily burn out. Like, I know people will get antsy, like I get antsy sometimes, because I can't have access to a recording server till one person, the person who owns the server, gets on to do recordings. And it does. But you gotta wait for it, because if you push yourself too far to just do this constant recording all the time, you're just going to burn yourself out. Like, not just energy-wise, but determination, creativity. It's just not going to do it for you. So what you gotta do is you gotta keep a timeline. Because like my panel says, keep it to the timeline. What I personally do is I make a doc or a Google Doc. Like currently I am going to screen share and I'm going to show you guys my current little timeline thing. Now how I keep to a timeline, because you can do timelines for like publishing content or roleplay. One of the timelines I'm going to show you guys is the timeline I have for what I do for content creation. As you guys can see, I have one of the old posting schedules I had, which is my version of a timeline for posting. There's live stream, there's one for YouTube, Twitch, Shorts, etc. There's another one where it talks about this, but in a different version. Then you have the one where you slowly remove the months in the rows every time you complete posting, or complete scheduling and editing videos. Then there's one where you create the base of what you need. So, yeah. Like I said beforehand, keeping the timeline is really important. Do any of you guys have questions? Like,
I don't see any in chat, but what, in terms of keeping to timelines, would it also help with working with multiple people at the same time as well?
yeah,
Or would it
because
be just very-
yeah, because think of it like this. People always do block schedules, like how I have my posting schedule. What you can do is you could figure out which days of the week they're available. Like, for example, take the posting schedule. Say that you had person A who could do Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, but person B can't do Mondays. So you could schedule it to where you guys could do certain days or times. So yeah, it's like a timeline is not just for scheduling. It's for keeping everything together. Like you create a timeline of when you want something done. Like say you have a big project that needs to be done. So what you do is you make a timeline of the times you're free or available. And so you try to see and match up when those people are available. Like there's times where you might have scenes or points where you just need single people, and that's fine. It's dandy. But there's going to be times where you get to have it where you can just perfectly line it up, and there's going to be times where you'll have to do with just half cast. It's like making sure everyone's on point and just making sure projects are done. Like, I'm part of a group, a different roleplay group that hasn't posted content yet, and what they do is they have schedules set up for everything, like timelines. So they have a list of projects on one side, they have what time they need them to get done, and they have the main builder for, like, building. And so what they do is that main builder will have that set period of time to work on it. They can, however, ask other people for help, and can actually ask other people for, like, what they think. Like, asking for, like, decorative advice or just a little assistance. This assistance could be world editing to build a mountain. The assistant could be deciding the colors between dark gray and light gray. There's just a lot of different things you can do. Do you have any more questions?
I don't personally, but if anyone in chat wants to ask any questions, feel free.
Hi, Wart. I see a new person has joined. Alright, welcome to Keeping to the Timeline. I'll go over it again for you. So basically, keeping to the timeline is really important, not just for your health, but also to the health of, like... So, keeping a timeline is important for stories, your health, and various things. When you want to do a story, you have your major plot points. Then you have to worry about the timeline of your setting and the character arcs. What you do is you create a timeline. Creating a timeline means you keep consistency throughout the story, such as you need consistency to keep going through recordings. Like, I personally suggest doing 2 weeks for getting videos out. Like, a week to record, a week to edit, and enough time for your scripters and builders, even if it might just be you, to build and write, since you have plenty of time. Plus, if you're going to trust other people to help you out with, like, scripting and building, then I suggest you build a sort of timeline thing. And do a vetting process. So what you do is you make sure to keep an eye within the trial time of the people you're vetting. By vetting, I mean people you're checking to see if they're good. You go through a trial process and you see if they're good. You keep an eye on their social medias. You just keep an eye on them in general. And if they go, like one person I know will do where if someone's not active enough or just stops showing up altogether, they get removed. Another time I've seen it where someone will literally pretend to apply to a series only to just steal the scripting content. Literally, like, even to the point of using the maps and all that. So, one of the questions Carl had asked earlier is about scheduling. So, what it is when you have multiple people, what you do is, you know how there's block schedules for... Everyone keeps block schedules and planner schedules. What you do is you see what times you're available and you match it to other people's. Sometimes you have people or times when you just do like single recordings. Other times you'll need big groups. Sometimes, if you're really lucky, you'll get perfect times where everyone's available. Other times you might just be stuck with a half group, or might just be stuck with a single person. That's perfectly fine. If you need to, like, cancel a recording for whatever reason, that's perfectly fine. My personal suggestion is that when you do recordings, you never record and post. You record and keep the stuff together and sort of like keep a hold of it. And once you're done with season 1 and start working on season 2 or the next series, then you start slowly posting it. And you drag out the timeline to where the videos will allow you to get more time to be able to finish the season 1 or the different series. This means that when you're posting season 1, you're recording and editing season 2 or the next series. So that way when you're done, you can just work on the next series while season 2 or the other series is being posted. One thing my friend did point out to me one time was that doing like a season 1 and then a different series followed by a season 2 seemed to be a really popular choice, since it'll give you a break between content. Since, yeah, you're going to want to keep to the original timeline, but you'll also want to take a break so you don't burn out on that content. Like my friend makes FNAF stuff. Like one of my friends makes FNAF stuff, like Five Nights at Freddy's. What they do is they make a season 1, then as they're posting their season 1, they're recording a fairy tale series. And once the FNAF is done, they start posting the fairy tale series. And while the fairy tale series is being posted or scheduled and posted, they all start recording the second season of FNAF. Because yeah, it's really important for your health to keep to a timeline. Hi, Neff. Do you guys have any questions? I will repeat what I just said for Neff here in a second. Just want to check for any more questions. Oh, Warped is typing. Okay, then let me repeat what I just said to Nath. Hi, Nath! Alright, so, as I was saying, keeping the timeline is really important. Not just for story, but for your health. Since, for series-wise and story-wise, you want a timeline. And here's the thing, with a timeline comes major plot points, even minor plot points. But the point is, they have different arcs. And what you do is you also want to get a timeline set up so you can do a setting timeline, where the setting, or like the set that you're recording on, slowly changes based on what's going on in the story. This could include character arcs, minor arcs, filler arcs, and major arcs. Like, say you're doing a series where you're in a wooden cabin and it floods. Well, what you would do is you would change some of the blocks to a darker color, like dark oak or birch, or not birch, spruce, to make it look sort of waterlogged. Since, some stuff like natural disasters can affect places. And one of the things is that when you're doing recordings or setting schedules, you always need a timeline set up. And one of the things I suggest is doing 2 weeks. A week to record and a week to edit. This gives your build team and your script team 2 weeks. 2 weeks to write the script for the next episode, 2 weeks for the build team to build something new, or like you could have the build team working on something for the next episode, you could have them working on something for the future episode, or you could have them working on something entirely for the next season or series. Now what you do when you do that is, you also need plenty of time to vet people, like verify people are who they say they are, that they aren't going to steal your content, that they are good, that they are actually going to stick around. Like put them through a trial process. And one of the things is that when you put them through that, you have to sort of like keep an eye on their social media, keep an eye on them in general, just to make sure they're sticking around actually working and not just stealing content, like using your map, stealing the mod pack, or even stealing your script. I've seen and had it happen a couple times, different people, and it's just, you just need to be able to make sure the people you're working with are trustworthy. And one of the things is that when keeping to a timeline, my suggestion is always to have it to where the first season is being posted while either the second season or the next series is being recorded. And what my friend suggests, and he has pointed out has actually helped him not burn out as quickly, is to do a season 1, and while season 1 is being posted, you record a different series. So that way when you're posting the second, while you're posting the other series, you're recording season 2. Because burnout is probably the worst thing for a content creator. Well, not the worst thing, but it's one of the things that just suck and will drain all the determination and confidence out of someone. Like, give yourself 2 weeks to get all the stuff together, get it recorded, get it edited, and I don't mean like shitty editing, I mean like actual good editing. Because like I said earlier at the very beginning, people crave quality, not quantity. Even though you'll get more views on a daily posting, you will absolutely get more retention if you do quality posting. Like, you could take time off and sort of like build up this reservoir, I think is the word for it. Yeah. Reservoir of content to post daily. Like, I currently have a reservoir of videos that I use to post daily content. So that way the quality of the videos I'm pushing out is actually something I like. Because after all, what's the point of pushing out really fast videos if you're not doing it for a really great quality? Because people might give you a view, but they won't give you retention if you don't keep to the quality. No one likes quantity over quality, not even the stuff that is like brain dead stuff. And just, one of the things is that you just gotta be careful, because when you're doing scheduling, one of the things I suggest is, give me one moment. Okay, so when you're doing scheduling, everyone has stuff in a planner or block pattern. Like, everyone's so used to using blocked schedules and planner schedules that no one realizes that they can use it to check Like, take your October calendar, and overlap it with your teammates' October calendar. See what days you're available. Some days you might be available all days. Some days you might be available half days. What I found is if you use Google Calendar and you sort of like use the event marker to mark times you're free, and use a if you use the calendar to mark days you're not free and the days you are free, and then color code it with your friend or the people you're working with, you can sort of do a quick, cool schedule. One moment, I need a drink. One of the other things is that sometimes you're not doing the timeline thing for, like, recording, but you might be doing it for a group thing. Like, say you're part of a roleplay group that hasn't posted content yet because you need to get projects done. What one group that I'm part of has done has it where you do they have a list of projects, they have the main builder, and they have the time they need it done by. That main builder can reach out for help from other people. And it's just great overall, because there's plenty of people that can get help when they need help. Because you can see when that project needs to be done by. Well, hello, new person. Do we have any questions from the audience? Any at all? I'm gonna grab some. By the way, don't forget to hydrate. Very important. Alright. Nath, do you have any questions? No questions? Alright, Recon, I am going to go over this again for you, because you are new into the panel. We have 2 new people in the panel. Hi! We have Matrix and Recon. I don't know where Recon is, but he might just be in the panel. So basically, keeping to the timeline is really important for your health and for your storyline. When you do the story, you have plot points, major, minor, then you have the setting timeline and the character arcs. By using a timeline, you can keep the story consistent and of decent quality, since you're not going to have plot holes that make no sense to the viewers. So, like, say if character A and B get married at the first arc, well, before the first thing, and suddenly they're getting married again at the final thing without ever having a divorce, or a reason why they never could have completed the marriage in the first arc. This makes it to where you actually keep with the story and you aren't messing up. Another thing is, by keeping with the timeline, you're also setting yourself up for health. Because I've seen people do weekly recordings and just burn themselves out immediately because they're doing these recordings where they're like, they record, they edit, and they post within a week. I do not suggest that. My suggestion is you do 2 weeks, 1 week to record, 1 week to edit, give your builders and script writers enough time to write and build, and also don't post the video. Don't post the video till you have it ready and you're going to start working on season 2 or the next series. What you do is that, say you have a season 1 of FNAF. So what I would suggest you do is, when you do, as you're posting the FNAF season 1, you're working on a different series, since, as my friend has pointed out to me, has basically made it to where they don't burn out on FNAF content, because burnout is pretty bad. So as they're posting the series, they're working on season 2 of FNAF. Now, another thing is that you can also use this to schedule, since people do block schedules or they do planner schedules. What you can do is you can use it to line up and make sure everyone is able to actually do stuff. Like one group that I'm part of, they have it to where they have the projects they need in one, like they use a Google Sheet, so they have it where one block is the list of projects that they're planning to do, the main builder of those projects, timeline they need done, and they can have major builders sort of like helping them out. Another thing is that you also need to do a vetting process for the people you're working with. Like, you need to keep eyes on people that you work with, make sure they're actually doing stuff, and you just don't have people that are in the that are just in your, like, recording group that are just not there, or that might be stealing your content, since you need to vet them beforehand. Since there's a whole process, and what you do is you do this. Okay, so what you do is you keep an eye on the content they're creating, you keep an eye on their social medias, and it's just making sure they're actually doing stuff instead of taking credit for other people's work. Like, I've literally had someone try to claim stuff I literally just got done building, and they tried to claim it as their work because they were new, and they didn't really want to get kicked out because they were planning to steal the script. So yeah, any questions? I am in fact looking in the community stage chat, so you guys can type out questions to me there if you want. Matrix Recon, do you guys have any questions? No? Okay. But yeah. Keeping the timelines are for your own health and sanity sometimes. So yeah.
Seeing we
So-
don't have anything else lined up for this afternoon
Yeah.
for community stage until later on tonight.
I mean, as far as yeah. Yeah, there's probably, it says there's supposed to be something else in the schedule, but the other schedule is empty.
The other events are taking place over on our over on our main stage.
Oh, nice. I see they changed.
Because those panels are going to be live streamed on to the Cube Twitch channel. But yeah, everyone keep an eye out in your schedules for any upcoming events. We do have a meet and greet as well scheduled for today.
Oh,
And let me pull those up.
and before I forget, don't forget to dress up as in a pigskin for the final Cube event. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
That's correct. So I'll definitely be bringing mine back up.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether to do a cute pig skin where it's like in overalls with a flower crown, or to do the pig killer from the Dead by Daylight. The one with the pig head, that's the dead thing.
Yeah. But yeah, keep an eye out in your schedules because we'll be updating that throughout the day. Because currently over on our Twitch channel, it is the booth hall tours with Tekken and God, I'm trying to remember his name now. With Tekken and the Cubecam. And then over on the main stage, shortly after the booth hall tour, is Women in Competitive Gaming and Content Creation. So with that being said, we will be wrapping up the community stage for now. We'll be back again later on tonight, just before the closing ceremony at 9 p.m. UTC, which will be 10 o'clock BST. And that's 10 p.m. BST.
Hope you guys have a great time. Bye-bye.
Yep. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of Cube, and we'll be seeing you over on either on the community stage later tonight or at the main stage for the closing ceremony.
Woo! Jackie!
Yes. Hello. Did you just finish your panel?
Yeah. It has been crazy.
Okay. I was going to ask what venue your panel was on.
You were in the venue. Hi.
Oh.
Yeah, I was back. Yeah, I was doing Keeping to the Timeline panel. I was doing it over here. We just finished.
Okay, well that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I just started streaming, so.
Yeah, it legit has been crazy.
Huh.
Hi, Carl.
What's up, hello, Carl? So
You
what
was
fun
playing?
shenanigans we got today?
I don't know.
A lot of the community stuff got canceled.
Oh.
Yeah, like after that AI bot thing, community stuff just got canceled.
Yeah, I know. But it's just salty buggers, so there you go.
Mm.
I know.
Hi.
Oh, by the way, Jackie, can I see you in the journal VC below this real quick?
Yeah.
It was wild because apparently after all the, you know how they had that thing with the AI art and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was that or a no?
That was as in yes.
Yeah, apparently a bunch of their panels canceled, and because I'm probably the only panel that stuck to the community stage, they forgot to schedule my panel.
Oh my god.
Literally, they never, after almost everyone canceled, they basically just didn't put in the schedule for any of the panels left. So, like, legitimately, I don't actually know how many panels that are planned to happen today or not.
So is the schedule book outdated?
It is very much outdated. Like, they've tried to fix it. Like, legitimately, there was... Yeah, community stage. There is no community stage stuff happening. The thing for the community stage, the sheet for it is empty. Besides mine.
So yours was the only actual panel for today?
Yeah, besides the ending event. Apparently one of the mods is hosting it, but it wasn't on the list. So yeah, everyone else canceled.
That's so insane. At this point, we might as well have our own panel.
That's why, literally, I was over here for it. I literally was doing an hour-long panel when I was supposed to do it 30 minutes earlier for just 30 minutes.
You know, with the amount of panels that was canceled, we might as well just have unofficial panels at this point. You know?
I mean, we could very well. Because, like, until the end of the day, this community stage is very much open. Oh, by the way, the panel I was doing was about keeping the timelines. It was about keeping, because you know how I don't think I ever told you how I do my story stuff for my role plays.
I don't think you have, so that would have been very interesting to look into, but I'm apparently an hour late.
It's all good. I can explain it to you. So what I do is after months of learning, actually years probably better. What I do is I keep a literal Google slide. You can stand down there if you want. So what I do is I literally keep a Google slide, and what I do is I make bullet points of the major plot points, then minor plot points. I do it because I have my people do improv, so I also have a thing where there's a Google slide for each character or NPC in my roleplay. And then, based on all of it, I make a setting timeline. Like, say, if someone in the setting would punch a hole in the wall, I would leave, like, the indent, or, like, either make a little indent and show it slowly being patched over time, or I would, like, leave it there. I am sorry. I talked for, like, an hour straight. My throat is...
Do you need some water?
I have water. It's not helping. Oh,
no.
I don't think I've ever talked for an hour straight. Anyway. So like I was saying beforehand, you have it where you keep the schedule. Like, you keep the timeline, you make sure it's quality content. Because if you do plot holes, or you do... you might create plot holes because people like doing daily videos. But I don't suggest that. What I suggest is having it where you have 2 weeks. A week to record, a week to edit, 2 weeks for your builders to build stuff, 2 weeks for your scripters to script, and you don't post a video. You wait until you have season 1 done, and from what I learned from Link, since we both know Link, is what you do is you do the recording stuff, and while you're posting season 1, you're recording a different series entirely. While you're posting that different series, you're recording season 2. Like, take his FNAF stuff. While he was posting season 1, he was recording stuff for, like, a different roleplay. And while he was posting stuff for that different roleplay, he was recording season 2.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff I've learned is that people don't do quantity over quality. They do quality over quantity. And while daily posting is popular, it's not what you go for. Because you don't burn yourself out. And something... Yeah. And what I suggested also is that you do a vetting process. Like, there's Link's process for, like, vetting people for, like, trial and all that. Where it's activity-based. But I also believe in the thing of you keep an eye on their social medias. Wait, Jackie, did I ever tell you the story of that time I was working for a content creator and her literal script and map got stolen from her?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I was
finding many things about you today.
Yeah, so I was working for this content creator that doesn't do content anymore because I think that her content being stolen was, like, last straw for her. That caused her to quit. But she basically was doing the series. I'm not going to say who she was because she deserves her privacy. But she was hiring she was hiring her fans. Well, not hiring, she was having her fans do volunteer work as, like, builders and scripters and all that. Well, she didn't have very good security on who was a builder and who was a scripter and all that. So builders could see her scripts. Because we need to know, like, oh, what are we going to need to build? Well, someone came by that was applying to be a new builder. And the first thing I started noticing is they took credit for other builders' work. That's already a red flag. So
Yeah,
what...
That's many red flags.
Yeah, and the thing was, we were starting to do the recording and all that, so stuff was kind of being rushed, so no one really claimed what they were doing. So later, I decided to do some searching on the guy because he gave me, you know how sometimes you just get an ick of a person, you just don't know why?
Yeah.
I started feeling that sort of ick, so I researched him. Turns out he was not only stealing your script, he was using the very map he was having access to build on to do recordings.
My goodness.
Because
behind her back?
it was behind her back. And I literally showed it to her, and she's like, "Oh my god, that is literally my content." Literally, because she had all her scripts out so people could see and build. And because she was also asking for people to, like, do grammar checks. And so, he literally stole days upon days of scripts she had worked on, and she couldn't post anything because she hadn't posted the content yet. And it's just one of those things where I believe in a vetting process. It's just one of those things where I believe one of the trial things is keeping an eye on the person's social media.
Right.
Oh yeah, the other thing I talked about is I believed in the timeline being equivalent to, like, when you're scheduling stuff out, like doing scheduling, make sure you have scheduling stuff. One of the groups I'm part of has it where you have projects, main builder's name, time it needs to be done, and then those main builders can ask people to help them build or get, criticism on what they've gotten built, so that way it gets done, and it's actually of decent quality. So here's the thing, the date on those projects are months, if not years from now, so they have plenty of time to build and make sure it's just perfect. Plus, not to mention, you always want to make sure that you have it to where you don't crash, or people who have lower PCs don't crash. So yeah, I quite literally was doing that, and every time someone new joined, I just restarted that entire script all over again. I had a full PowerPoint ready, but my PowerPoint literally crashed. Like, I lost the PowerPoint. Earlier today,
no.
I panicked, tried to recover it, and the thing that I was using to tell me what UTC time it was off. So I was a full 30 minutes late to my own panel. And I saw James and Carl in the voice chat, and I kind of just asked them if I could join. They said yeah. And I was like, I'm just kind of sad that I was late to my own panel, and they're like, you had a panel? I was like, oh. Here's the thing, Jackie, look at me. I scheduled this panel out last month.
Oh,
the beginning.
I forgot.
I literally had this scheduled out at the beginning of September. It's on the, here's the thing, they have the Google Sheet that does the community stuff and all that. It's on the Google Sheet. I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to probably stay up for Cubedcon. Because, I'm going to do that thing where I do my panel, take a break, and come record the end time of the panel, or the Cubedcon. And so it's like one of those things of I literally was just in here doing it, and I told them, if you need me to host a panel until the next panel, that's fine. Because I thought, oh, there's plenty of other panels. And then I looked, I was like, where are the other panels?
It seems like the only way to properly check the current schedule is on the website.
Oh no, not even the website, because the website is yesterday. There is nothing for today on the website. Oh yeah, it gets worse. Because apparently, the entire AI generated thing, those were placeholder images, apparently. And those were supposed to be vetted out for actual different images. But the person who was... Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I was like, well, I'm not going to judge them because, this might have been a genuine mistake. or there might just be more to the story. Like, I've seen people who have literally done art before that looks like AI art, but wasn't AI art. So I was like, well, I'm not going to judge at the time being, because I only have one
Right.
half of the story.
Right, which is understandable, and especially like with how this year has gone, just in general, it does make sense with what's happened with kids this year.
Oh yeah, someone was supposed to change out the images, but never did. Which caused that whole scenario that caused all the people, besides myself and like the one moderator, to cancel out of the last day panels.
Because they thought they were like legitimately using AI when they were just using it for placeholder.
Yeah, because they had this idea of what they want to do, and someone was supposed to, make sure it was all good before it got posted, and that person didn't do their job.
Also, wasn't Yuki supposed to have a panel yesterday?
She can't. Remember, her panel was after that entire AI thing happened, and she canceled.
Was it for the same? Was it for like the AI thing?
I
Or
mean,
was it for like, a different reason?
Considering the only reason that I could think of is that she was part of that group that was like, hey, we're not going to be part of this because they are doing AI. And I think the worst part is, if you look at their Twitter, they immediately apologized afterwards. After the damage was done.
At least they put out a statement,
And
but like, people shouldn't just like jump to conclusions like that, especially with how things have been this year in general.
I mean, yeah, but the main issue I have with that is, here's the thing. They were like calling people saying that they weren't going to be part of this. And I understand. AR, not the best thing. Ah! Sorry, I fell.
You're good.
But at the same time, like, did they ever actually DM? Because they said, hey, they didn't claim that they used AI art, which, granted, they didn't.
Right. I know there was
But from my
support forum in regards to.
Yeah, but from my understanding, there was nothing said to them. Like, nothing said to the group.
So it basically, it's just, this whole situation is just going based off of assumptions. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, they posted it, but they never, from what I understand, they never checked with Cubedcon itself about the AI art. Like, they didn't ask, hey, did you mean to do this? Was this an accident? Or, like, they just immediately went with, oh, they support AI art.
Which I don't think they do, unless they're just using it for placeholders.
Yeah, like, I
think using it for placeholders is fine.
Yeah, so do I. Placeholder is completely fine. You have this idea of something, you don't know how to describe it, so you try to have AI art to describe how you want it to look, and you send it to an artist.
Right, and then once that's done, you can, when you know what you want it to be, you can finalize it with it no longer being AI art.
Yep.
Which, that's just how I feel about like AI art in general.
Oh, okay. They fixed the schedule, it looks like.
The one on the website?
Yeah, they fixed the one on the website. Also, it looks like they legitimately removed all the AI art.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah. By the way, fun fact, I made the overlay I sent you was made from their press kit stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I legitimately made it because I was like, oh, they made this stuff, but I want to make an overlay because, overlays are cool. So it's like, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a recording overlay and a bar overlay, which I sent. And next year I'm probably going to work on actually making that overlay that encompasses the webcam, the chat, and the footage itself, because no offense, but I am slightly upset that they have it where they have their webcam that's blocking what's going on in the live stream.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
Which, if I remember from yesterday, I remember Jazmiel saying that he would pay you for the bar.
Oh yeah, no, I did it for free because again, it was made from the press kit. I was just doing it for the fun.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Like, I was just trying to make people have, like, because Cubedcon special event.
That
And
is true, it is,
yeah. Did I get knocked off?
Yeah. What's funny is that they were wearing a Pikachu onesie. I think that's... Of all the people, it had to be someone wearing a Pikachu onesie.
Is it you?
No, it wasn't me, because I'm just sitting here. I don't even have my stick out.
But yeah, I was trying to decide what to do for the pigskin.
Yeah, I haven't figured that out, which is unfortunate.
I mean, you could do a Pokemon pigskin.
Yeah, but I don't, like, have the... Since I'm currently streaming, I'm just, like, I'm not, like, into the accessories yet, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Like, sure, I'm, like, using vanilla Minecraft, and I have my Minecraft launcher open, but, like, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand. Honestly, the only skin I was thinking of changing into was the Dead by Daylight. You know how in Dead by Daylight they have that one killer that wears the head of a pig? That's what I was thinking of wearing.
Yeah.
But do you want to come see my booth?
Sure, I was actually going to take today as a day to look at all the booths and stuff.
I think I'm in this. I think I'm over here because I remember that I think it was close to the pig spawner. But
I'm actually curious if the pig spawner is still here. I don't think it is, though.
oh, we can double check. By the way, from the way it looks, they literally just made that parkour possible because they added a ladder in the live stream chat. Wait, are we even in the right expo hall? Hold on, let me double check, because we were supposed to be in expo hall C. No, we were not in the right expo hall.
Okay,
We were on the other side. Yeah, I'll wait for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over here. I mean, we can check to see, like... We can check to see if the spawner's still here.
Doubt it is. I know the spawner is gone in venue 9. But I don't think it's going to be
Yeah, it's gone. It might be gone across all the venues. But yeah, this over here is mine.
I was kind of hoping they would change the sign. But they didn't change it. Oh, is this one yours?
Yep, this one is mine because it is a maze. Come on through. If we come up, You can swim around or you can ice skate. Either way it goes, you can get up here and yeah.
Interesting. I know Cup was on here during day 1, but I think that was for Yuki stuff, but I don't think she's gonna be here for the rest of the event.
You know she has a booth, right?
I know she has a booth. I just haven't seen her like since online since day 1.
I saw her day 1. By the way, I was recording when we were doing the pig stuff at the pig pub. Wait, we should go check out the pub. Maybe it's still damaged.
Well, this is venue 3. We would need to go to venue 9 to check that.
I mean, let's go.
Which I highly doubt because it got reset.
Oh, fair. But yeah. But yeah. Alright. I'm probably going to see you later tonight. Peace. Bye, Jackie.
That's a wow job. Thank you.
Honestly, massive, yeah.
Keep veteran.
Yeah, you get the star of Keep Veteran. But no, Callum, thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming
It's
with you.
been very fun.
Streaming with you, my dear.
Yes.
this weekend. We always have a blast.
Definitely.
And thank you for all the cosmetics.
Yeah.
Callum helps design all the cosmetics that go in. They encode them and make sure they work.
Yeah, make sure they work.
Fine.
Hopefully.
No, they do. They're always great. So really, thank you for everything. All the time you put in, not just this year, but the past 14, 13 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Makes you feel old, right?
I do feel old.
Petition to get the Cube logo, but it just says Callum. I might have to do that. Wow. We're going to say Charlie again, highlight Charlie, because, like we were saying, it is such a mammoth role. Not just doing the guests, making sure the guests are all happy and know what's going on, but panelists, making sure the panelists are happy and know what's going on and everybody's scheduled in. It is a mammoth task.
Yeah.
And Charlie really takes it under her wing every year. She's just absolute best to make sure everybody's happy and does an absolute stellar job.
Does a stellar
no
job.
notes. No notes.
No notes. This
Yeah.
isn't a performance review.
This isn't. But if it was, no notes. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. Let's get Mr. Charlie specifically. Of course, we have Tom as well, who is in the studio with us, but a little bit camera shy, I'll be Tom. Tom, along with Mason, who's the founder, both of them are basically built everything other than the booths and the GP. Everything that you see, the stage that we're currently stood on, it's all down to them and the city. Like, it's a really cool map. Like,
Yeah.
There's a reason we're
very
sticking
cool.
around here. Don't really want to leave. I don't think we will anytime soon. There's so much more I think we want to do and utilise with where we are now. But yeah, it's a fantastic place. I love the design of it all. It's very cubedy.
It's very good. I mean, like the venue is constantly growing and becoming even more, and I love it every time it gets filled out. It's so nice to see it go from the empty halls and Tom rearranging it and making it work, and then
I mean, it's always like a learning experience, right? To see how it's performed in the last year and go, okay, how can we actually optimise this even further? I mean, you think after 14 years,
we know what we're doing.
but no, it turns out things change every year, and it's like, okay, let's move that there. And so yes, but as we mentioned before, if you're a builder and would like to maybe provide some help so that Cube City could be even better, which I mean, that's a big ask. But apparently it's possible, but it's on a card. So if you're a builder and want to get involved, please reach out. Again, it's volunteer at cubecon.com, or just head to the support page on the website to express your interest. So yeah, thank you, Tom. And then there's one man that has really put in some hours this year, Mr. Seb, who is currently producing the stream. I say currently producing the stream, he's pretty much done it 95% of the weekend.
Seb has been glued to that corner of the studio all weekend.
We've actually got the handcuffs attached one after the desk. It's not a choice.
But not only that, he has been designing and getting involved almost everywhere you could possibly imagine.
Anything you've seen that's some kind of graphic has probably been done by Seb.
And Seb is one of those people that you're like, oh, we should get that, and then you say it, and Seb's like, oh, I've done it. And you're like, Great. Thank you. He's really ahead of the game. He's, yeah, I don't know, where'd you get the time, Sam, honestly? Like, yeah, so appreciated. We're really thankful to have you on the team. Just your enthusiasm for the project as well, I think really helps to spur people on and get things moving. So, yeah, massive shout out to Seb this year.
Whoa! That scared me.
Then we have Mr. Paul. Paul. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
It's a big camera shot, aren't we? You occasionally put your arm in, though.
Oh,
We're
can we get a hand reveal?
Hand reveal, there you go.
Hand
Go on,
reveal.
bit further.
Hey!
Little teaser, we get a little bit more every year.
We'll get the wrist next year.
God.
Then the arm, then the elbow.
Don't tease me, mate. Yeah, Paul is one of the management team. Does a fantastic job of helping to, like a bit like Seb, like he's kind of everywhere, coordinating people, helping to coordinate sponsors, helping to manage the team and make sure everything's flowing, as well as getting his arm involved in some development as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you very much, Paul. Being with us for many a moon more, I'm sure. Ooh, less than everyone's less than Callum. People are less than Callum. We've founded the thing. It's just embarrassing.
How did this happen?
Yes, thank you, Paul. There's another manager that again. Oh, why are you guys so casual? Come join us. No, you don't have to. I'm not going to make you. But the wonderful Mr. Ben. Not Mr. Ben, like the TV show character.
Mr. Ben.
No, just Ben. Honestly, Ben is developing wizards. He is responsible for pretty much most things on the server at this point. I don't know where we'd be without Ben. Probably back on Bucket.
Paper is Bucket.
What? Paper is Bucket. Well,
yeah.
it's how the turntable.
That's why we let Ben deal with the development.
But no, Ben, you are an absolute wizard, and I think we'd be in a very different place without you having involvement. I regularly find myself lost for words in how much you contribute and put in, to the point of almost insanity. I think we can all agree.
Oh, definitely
I
insanity.
think almost is even an understatement. But we're still pleased that you haven't completely lost it yet.
Are you sure?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
One more year.
But yes, thank you so much. But as we got another round of applause. And then also on the development team, we have not Callum, you don't. What are you doing?
Callum's on the
I
development
do
team.
some development.
That joke did not go well. It's Stuart! Jonathan the jeweler! I'm going to lose it.
Corner.
Detective Cobbles!
I've
You've played
honestly,
multiple characters this year.
yeah, I don't think I've laughed so hard on a
Yeah.
stream in quite some time.
So good.
I lost where I was from that segment, honestly.
Yeah.
I fell apart a bit, but we got there. But Stuart, you're actually a bit of a key veteran too, aren't you? You've been around for a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, yeah, you had a little bit of a. Well, we've all done it. We've had,
We've
most
had
of
a
us.
few years out,
Had a few
yeah.
years where we've just kind of needed to step back and just have a little breather.
Yeah.
But it's great to have you back this year.
Thank you. No, it's been lovely to be
Get
here.
involved. Like Ben, you're an absolute wizard. I don't know how you do it. Honestly, there are times where I'm just like, I should get involved in Minecraft development, and I'm like, this will take me like 10 years to get to.
You can do it.
Bit late started.
Start now and you'll be there.
Start now.
But no, yeah, absolute godly powers when it comes to your fingertips on the keyboards. I say that. Maybe not this keyboard. But you're right. And like I said, you and Ben, without you guys, server would not be functionable. We'd be back on. Well, we're on Bucket, so
We have redstone lines.
we'd have redstone.
Oh, Red
Classy here. gosh.
Classic. Had to be there.
So massive thank you to you, Stuart. And thank you again to all the production team, all the staff, all the productions, guests,
I
panelists.
just need to say a massive thank you to George.
Let's go,
George has been
Yes.
incredible. Alongside Mason, the two founders, both of them doing an incredible job, kind of coordinating everyone, working with Ben and Paul to kind of make sure the event goes smoothly. They do an incredible amount of work. George is always jumping in and design, like the mystery boxes. If you did a mystery box, George did all of the design for that in terms of like how it functions.
Oh, not my best work. Don't bring that one up.
Some of the features that George designed that is amazing. Autograph book,
Yeah.
hotels. There's so many amazing features that George puts together every year and works alongside Mason to just make sure that like we can all do what we need to do and just make sure the event goes on. So thank you so much to George and also to Mason. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
All the streams you posted as well.
Hi.
All the original ideas you cooked up by yourself. Amazing.
Lots of the pub quiz.
Good morning.
It's cooking up an idea, but you can't have the idea without design.
Morning.
And that's that's teamwork, people. That's
I guess.
teamwork. Shout out
I
to
wasn't
teamwork.
asleep.
Teamwork in the chat.
What's sleep? Sleep,
We
what's
should have
that?
mentioned, hotels.
You know, that's a
Obviously
great
around
question. What is
That's
sleep?
so true.
Just
Sleep
the
is
end
made
hotels.
up.
We should just point that out. We do. It's just going under a refurb. The floor biomes was a bit outdated. It just needs a bit of.
True.
Found asbestos in the ceiling.
If anybody tells you to sleep,
So we shut them down while they fixed
Don't.
that. But yeah, hopefully the hotels will make a return. It's like the end of the blooming
when
event.
somebody tells you to sleep, don't.
That's so true.
But yeah, thank you.
That's how I
There
approach
are
it.
just one more group that we do need to That is the incredible sponsors of this year, who, without them, again, we probably struggle to be where we are. Because if we shout out to begin with Gamer Safer and Mind Hut, they provide the servers that we're playing on, which
Incredible servers. Like,
I mean, you work with them more than I do, so you.
The player counts we were able to do on Friday, just incredible, and we wouldn't be able to do them without the service provided by Minehut and Game Saver. So thank you so much to them for providing them to us. Incredible.
Yep, thank you, Game Saver and Minehut. And then we have Spark Universe, who we know just dropped the final grand in the chat there. Like, came out of nowhere. Thank you, Spark Universe, for being a sponsor this year. Of course, Callum, do you want to speak on Spark?
Yeah. So,
As an employee.
As an employee, Spark does a bit of everything really, but you probably most likely know them from their Bedrock content, so Realism Craft. We had an advert on, just makes Minecraft really realistic. It's really good. Definitely go and check it out. It's on Minecraft Marketplace. And yeah, they do so much other stuff. So, but that's their main things is like Bedrock Marketplace and yeah. So yeah, there we go.
Very, very cool.
And Essential, obviously. But yeah.
Well, yes, Essential Mod.
Essential.
Essential Mod is also a sponsor. Thank you, Essential Mod.
How do I do a pose?
Oh yeah, of course we've got Essential Mod
I
here.
forgot the key. Wait, yeah, it's on. There we go.
Ah. Dab. Wait. Do it one more time.
Very good.
Yeah, shout out to
just
Essential
keep
Mod.
him
Thank you so much for
dabbing.
being our sponsor. Of course, they dropped another grand yesterday to help contribute to that fantastic donation total. Oh, it's gone up a little bit. 7,433 now.
Wow.
Can you get to 12? Can you get to 12? Still a week.
There's still time to
There's only
donate,
another
yeah.
like 500 60, 67. 67.
That's not an idiot. It's been a long weekend.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Just for the
I think the Cube team needs some sleep.
There's a lot to do.
Yep.
Loads of confetti everywhere.
Oh
Great,
my
thank
god.
Yeah, Essential Mod.
Yeah, I don't blame you for
Good night.
things that